Hi everyone, it's Danny here from Angel Handmade Papercraft. Today I am working with Paper Nest dolls and I am using Arabian Princess. Yes, she is absolutely gorgeous and absolutely perfect for this time of year with a certain movie just being released. So that's pretty exciting for everybody, and I very much enjoyed colouring this image up. So I used the digital version of this image. It is also available as a rubber stamp, so I'll have both of those linked up below the video. The digital stamp I have printed onto some Express It blending card. That's my go-to for Copic markers, and I am colouring it up with Copic markers. So I'm working my way through. I will have all of the Copic markers listed on my personal blog, which will also be linked at the bottom of the video. So if you're interested to see what colours I have used on my image today, you can head over there and I'll have a list of all of those colours. So I'm just working my way through section by section. I generally start by laying down the lightest colour first and then I go darkest to lightest. That gives a little bit of moisture into the cardstock and it makes it that little bit easier to blend. So that's what I generally do on most of my images. There is the occasional one where I'm totally not thinking and I just do whatever. But that's my go-to. So I'm working my way through colouring in her face and her arms, and just doing her little tiny bit of stomach area there, not forgetting the neck. Adding in some R20 for her cheeks, and then I'm going back to my E00 and my E000 and finishing blending the rest of that skin out. And then I'll go on and work on her feet. I generally try to work in one area at a time so it does stay nice and moist. It makes it a lot easier to blend if you're not completely letting the colours dry. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm now going on to her little feet. So on the skin tones, I'm using E000, 00, 21, 11, E04 and R20. Like I said, I will have all of those listed on my blog. So that's the skin coloured. And now we're going to move on. So now we're going to do her little outfit. So I'm using some BG markers. Just working my way through those, again laying down the lightest colour and then mapping out with my darkest colour where those dark areas are going to be, and then I'll work my way back to the darkest colour. So keep in mind that little layer that's hanging over the top of her pants is like a sheer kind of fabric, so it will be partly see-through. So I am not using any of my darkest marker on that area, and I will go in with my colour blender later and lighten that down a little bit more as well. So I'm just working my way through here, adding in those creases to the bottom of her pants, and then I'm going in and blending all of that out. So now I'm going in with my lightest BG first to try and lighten that top section down. And then I will go in, I'm just doing that top section of her outfit. And again, the section that's over her shoulders will be kind of sheer as well, so I did lighten that down as well. Going in with my colour blender now to lighten that down a little bit. I will go over it with some Wink of Stella at the end of the colouring. I don't do it straight away because I am that person that will use my hand and smudge it everywhere. And that's her little outfit done. So now we're going to move on to the next section. So I did forget to do her little headband thing here, so I'm going back in and colouring that up using all the same colours. And then I'm just using more of the darker colours on the jewel. Adding in some white R around the outside of the jewel to give it a gold look. Doing her little earrings. And now with the kitty, I wanted to sort of make that orange, the goldy colour stand out a little bit more. So I decided to do an orange kitty. So I'm using the same orange markers that I did use on the gold sections, and colouring in my little kitty. I did bring in the E08 as well for his stripes. Blends nicely and goes perfectly with those white R markers. I'm just making sure that I'm using just the tip of that marker so that I don't get the colour anywhere else. So I'm now going in and blending all of that out, making sure that I don't colour his little nose in because I did want to give him a little pink nose. Giving him some cheeks. I did use the R20 to start with, but it was too light, so I've gone back in. And using some Uni-Ball white gel pen to add some details to the image. And finally moving on to the last area, we're now going to do her hair. So I'm pulling in some N markers for her black hair today. I kind of switch and change between my N's and my C's. No reason, I love both blends. Just try to stick with either even or odd numbers. So if you're using N4, use N4, 6, 8, 10. If you're using C's, same thing. If you're using the odds, then you'll go C1, 3, 5, 7, whatever. So I'm doing section colouring on her hair today rather than the flicking. I thought that would look really pretty on her hair. So as always, went in with the lightest colour first and then the darkest colour and then going back and blending it all out. So just working my way through all of those colours. Just working out all of those sections so I know exactly where I'm going to colour. I am an image mover, so I do apologise. I make it a lot easier for myself if I turn the image around. So I'm just working my way through, blending all of that out. Absolutely love the way this image is turning out. Gorgeous. Alright, and then we're going to finally move on to the bottom section of her hair, using the tip of the marker to map out all of those sections of hair, and then we're going back in and working our way back down to the lightest colour and blending it all out. So blending all of that, adding in some detail, and that's my image pretty much done. I did add some Wink of Stella now to that top sheer coat of her pants. And she is complete. I haven't got her on a card yet, so I will be back once I have that done. I just wanted to get the colouring video up and I was super excited to share it with you all, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye!